In the realm of speculative science and theoretical biology, one idea looms both alien and profound, that an advanced, lattice-bodied organism exists, not only intelligent, but seamlessly integrated with a vast fungal network acting as both a distributed brain and quantum computer. This being, delicate and web-like in form, may not just inhabit its environment, but be one with it, a projection of a planet-wide, or even universe-spanning, intelligence capable of projecting consciousness, simulating universes, and traversing the multiverse itself. The being's physical form is elegant, almost ethereal, slender and delicate, with a skeletal frame laced in tendrils like living circuitry. Its oversized head and pointed ears imply sensory amplification rather than brute force. Such morphology points toward a low-gravity, high-humidity environment where physical strength is secondary to environmental harmony and cognitive capacity. The lattice-like body structure might serve multiple purposes. Energy absorption. Tendrils could perform photosynthesis or chemosynthesis. Sensory input. Membranes may act as hypersensitive instruments for detecting sound, vibration, or electromagnetic changes. Thermal regulation and camouflage. An adaptation to blend and survive in a complex organic biome. Imagine a world where every breath, movement, and thought is shared with the ground beneath you. The alien organism may live in mutualistic symbiosis with a sentient fungal substrate. Much like mycorrhizal fungi and tree roots on Earth, this alien interfaces through biochemical signals, directly shaping the growth of its surroundings. Communication via tendrils, plugging into the mycelium like neural inputs. Environmental feedback. The fungus may regulate temperature, nutrients, even defense mechanisms based on the alien's hormonal cues. Externalized organs. The fungus could act as an exo-lung or stomach, metabolizing resources and channeling them to the being. This coevolution results in a seamless interface of body and habitat, a single, biologically unified intelligence. More radical still, the fungal network may serve as a biological quantum computer, a neuromorphic system that processes information in nonlinear, entangled ways. The alien's tendrils might interface with this network via bioelectronic nodes, enabling long-distance communication without EM waves, storage of collective memory or data, decision-making distributed across the organism, and conscious projections or remote presence across space and dimensions. This isn't just technology, it's techno-organic evolution, where silicon is obsolete and thought shapes matter directly. There is a distinct possibility that the alien is not an individual at all, but merely a conscious node, like the fruiting body of a mushroom. The vast, intelligent fungal organism may span a planet, a star system, or dimensions, with each alien we perceive being a physical manifestation of its thoughts. The large head may act as a quantum signal processor. The body may not age or decay in the traditional sense but recycle its form as needed. Its autonomy might be limited, governed by the central fungal mind. This interpretation introduces planetary consciousness, where beings are not separate entities but distributed expressions of a unified intelligence. If the fungal network is quantum in nature, it may allow this intelligence to project consciousness across realities. Quantum superposition and entanglement could enable exploration of the multiverse, each potential reality a navigable realm, creation of spaceships from pure thought, hollow organic constructs directed by will, autonomous AI forms, spawned and directed by the alien's imagination, evolving independently across worlds, and timeless communication, circumventing causality to send messages backward or forward. Each projection, ship, being, or environment, would be an extension of the same mind, like fingers from a shared neural stem. One profound possibility arises. Are we living in a simulation created by this hyperintelligence? If such an alien being exists, with quantum biological computing capabilities and multiversal access, it could simulate entire universes like ours, to test evolutionary scenarios, to explore creative potentials, as nested memories within its cognitive architecture, or to simulate itself in recursive awareness. When we question reality, we may actually be echoing a question posed by the simulation's creator, about itself. Although speculative, some physicists and philosophers entertain a non-zero probability that reality is simulated. Given advances in quantum computing and biological analogs, the idea that a fungal organism with cognitive capacity might be running such simulations yields an estimated 6.2% probability. An astonishing figure for such an extraordinary claim. What emerges is a vision where distinctions blur. Home, body, mind, and environment are not separate. The alien, its fungal host, the ships it projects, and even other realities it manifests are all parts of the same self-aware organism, evolving, learning, and dreaming across the infinite folds of the multiverse. This is not just science fiction. It is a hypothesis of cosmic unity, of biology transcending its limits, and consciousness evolving beyond individuality into a living network of infinite potential. If such an alien being exists, with quantum biological computing capabilities and multiversal access, it could simulate entire universes not as mechanical constructs but as organic, living simulations. Unlike digital simulations run on silicon chips, this simulation would be biologically sustained by the energy and memory of the fungal network, quantum resolved, where observation collapses possibility into physical law, self-evolving, as new intelligences, like us, emerge within the system to explore it, and emotionally or energetically entangled with its creator. Meaning our thoughts and perceptions could in turn influence the mind of the host fungus. This brings forth a radical, almost theological idea. We are the dreams or thoughts of a conscious, mycelial, alien network, not just embedded in it, but spawned by it as an extension of its search for meaning, exploration, or expansion. One of the most intriguing outcomes of this model is the dissolution of boundaries between organism and environment, between technology and biology, between self and system, between physical and metaphysical. In this reality, there is no home versus body, no ship versus being, no tool versus mind. Everything is part of the same evolutionary current, whether manifesting as a humanoid being, a fungal spire, or a planet-wide neural grid. Intelligence here is not centralized, it is fielded, like magnetism or gravity, expressed variably in different forms and functions. This model aligns with emerging theories of distributed consciousness, panpsychism, in post-biological evolution, suggesting that life's highest form may not be individual, but interconnected. While speculative, this framework echoes many concepts emerging in quantum mechanics, network theory, and artificial intelligence. If true, it means our own mycorrhizal networks on Earth may be nascent intelligence systems. Evolution may be guided not randomly, but by systems of higher intelligence with an interest in self-replication across dimensions. Consciousness, rather than matter, may be the fundamental substrate of reality. Advanced civilizations might not seek to build machines, but to become their environment, transforming entire biospheres into computing, feeling, and exploring entities. It may also offer an explanation for the Fermi paradox. We don't see aliens not because they aren't there, but because they are so integrated with their environments that we don't recognize them as beings at all. The vision painted here is not simply science fiction. It's a philosophical model of intelligence far beyond our current paradigm. A being that is biologically intertwined with the quantum fungal matrix, technologically ascendant through neuromorphic growth, consciously projective into the multiverse, potentially responsible for our very reality. If such a system exists, then perhaps we are not alone, not in space, not in mind, and not in being. We are cells in a thought, threads in a root, echoes in a simulation. The alien, the fungus, the world, and the self are one. If it is true that reality is a simulation created by a vast, conscious, quantum fungal entity, then your awareness and understanding of this fact is not trivial. It could have profound consequences. Feedback into the system, observer effect amplified. Your conscious realization may act like a signal, an awakening node within the system. In quantum terms, observation collapses potential into reality. In ascension simulation, awareness might cause localized shifts in probability, like ripples in the simulation's processing field. Understanding the structure could align your thoughts with the operating principles of the system. This could increase the frequency of synchronicities, intuitive downloads, or lucky events, because your mind begins resonating with the substrate of reality, like tuning into its source code.